TRIO Student Support Services at South Dakota State University offers resources for students transitioning into college. They advocate for access and success in college where they use their resources to support this mission. Jordan Hilbert is a TRIO Student Support Services Retention Advisor at SDState. He is here today to talk about TRIO and what it has to offer students. Thanks, Jordan. So tell me a little bit about TRIO and how long you've been there, kind of what you do there with TRIO.
Sure. So this is my second year at TRIO. SSS is kind of what we say for short. My second school year, so I've been here since last August. And in TRIO, kind of like what you mentioned already, we really do focus on that transition. So, and we'll talk a little bit more about what students actually qualify for the program. But we really do help students with everything. When you think of transition, it's pretty broad, right? I mean, some is like, I don't have a clue how to study. Or it's, hey, where's this building because it's week 2 and I still don't know where I'm going, sort of thing. So it's really broad in its approach, but it's aligned with university's goals in terms of student success, student retention. I mean, my title in itself is a retention advisor, so we're doing everything that we can to advocate and also help students self-advocate and to keep them here at South Dakota State. Whether it's through, we have weekly meetings with the new students, so with the first-year students, meeting with them weekly. They also get paired up with a peer mentor. So that student most of the time has been or still is in TRIO as well, just to help them along with that process. We have tutoring, which is a broad range of classes from many science classes from Bio 100 or 101 to Chem 326 and math all the way up to Calc 3. So if students need help with academics, if students need help socially, if students need help simply navigating, we're going to help them with that and help them find their way.
So what are some more examples of direct resources that you offer to students? Because you guys kind of offer all kinds of things.
Sure. The peer mentoring piece and the tutoring piece are probably some of the bigger resources that we offer directly in our office. Additionally, we hold socials, try to do them about twice a month. For example, we have a big one on Halloween where there's pumpkins and cookies to be decorated, and we actually give out prizes, which is a lot of fun. But we try to do those a couple times a month. We also have service learning projects, so we go out into the community. Places we went in the past is Feeding Brookings, the Harvest Table, the Brookings Backpack Project, things like that, just to give back to the community. And I think in those types of situations, it really helps students develop skills that they may not develop in the classroom, right? Just becoming better leaders, communication skills. I think becoming a servant, anybody can benefit from that. So those are some of the really main things that we do in the office. Additionally, we offer academic support. We offer advising, whether it's, hey, I don't know what class to take next semester, or, hey, I'm having problems with my roommate, sort of thing. So pretty holistic and a wide range of advising. And then we also do a lot of referrals. So whether it's to the counseling center on campus or to their academic advisor or to the math help center, whatever it is, I think there are a lot of resources that are on this campus that are completely free to students that a lot of students don't know about. And so making them aware of those and helping them utilize those because they're free. One thing that I voice all the time with my students is those people working in those positions work there because they want to help you. They don't do it because they're like, I need a job that's for 7 hours a week, right? But they want to help students. That's why they're in the writing center, the speech lab, the math help center, our tutoring office, the tutoring in the Wintroad, etc. And so making sure students are aware of those things is a big goal of ours. That's for sure.
So students that may be interested in some of those things that you just listed, how can they participate?
Sure. In our program?
Yeah.
So there's 3 types of criteria that students have to at least fall under one of. So they have to be first generation, which we're going to talk about a little bit more today, but a first generation college student is one who neither parent has obtained a 4-year degree. Your parent could have went to a 2-year school or got maybe like a technical certificate or something like that, but it's all about the whole 4-year concept of a university. So, and if one of your parents falls under that, then you're not first gen anymore. So it has to be both parents. So neither parents have gotten a 4-year degree. The second thing, students could apply for our program and be accepted if they are from a low-income family. A lot of the times if they're Pell Grant eligible, that kind of qualifies them. And then lastly, if they have a documented disability. Obviously, we can't accept students that don't qualify, but we're always down to help students if they still have a question. Obviously, we have students pop in all the time asking questions, so we're always willing to help.
So why would you say something like this is important for students here at South Dakota State University?
Well, I think first and foremost, SDSU has a pretty large population of first-generation students, and maybe through this podcast, more students will figure out that they actually are first-gen. But I think there's a population in need there, and all the students that we serve have differential opportunities coming into college that just may need a little bit more assistance, and that's what we're here to offer. We're here to make that transition smooth. And I mean, I could sit here all day and tell you success stories, from students that have graduated, that are in the process, that week one this year, they said, I don't know how I'm going to stay here. And now they're flourishing and enjoying it a lot from things that we've done, and just I think from building up their self-confidence, their self-esteem, etc. So like I said, wide range. There's so many benefits to our program and the students that we serve.
That's great. So this TRIO Student Support Services is actually at pretty much all universities. It's a national program. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. So TRIO SSS falls under the TRIO umbrella, you could say, and it began in 1965. And since, yes, there are over 1,000 TRIO SSS programs specifically in the United States. And so, yeah, it's been around for a long time. Personally, we just went on a conference about a week and a half ago and got to meet up with other TRIO programs in our region, discussing different strategies, coming together, collaborating, networking, all that stuff, just so we can kind of benefit and bounce off each other. So there are a lot of TRIO SSS programs, but they don't all look the same. Hearing about different, just things that they do differently. There's some that have the TRIO programs will teach a couple classes as well. So like first year seminar classes just to TRIO students and things of that nature. We don't do that here, but it's cool to just hear their ideas and just how their program operates, just because it is different than ours. So it's cool when the programs are different, and that's something that I think a lot of people don't know either. So
when you talk about bouncing ideas off each other and how you always try to celebrate a couple times a month with your students or people that would qualify for the programs you offer, you have something coming up here.
Yeah, we do.
November 8th.
November 8th, yeah, so that's a Thursday, I think.
Yeah, tell me about what you guys have planned.
We actually heard about what we're going to talk about at that conference, so it's kind of a nice little tied transition there. But so the COE, which is the Council for Opportunity in Education, created this event last year that they wanted it to be celebrated across college campuses across the nation. So it's the first generation celebration. And there was so much success from it last year that they want to make it an annual thing. And we just kind of got whiff of it at that conference, and we're like, oh, that'd be really something cool to implement just with us knowing the first generation population here at SDSU. So on the 8th, actually over in the TRIO office, which is located Larson Commons 104, so across the hall from the C-store on the first floor there. We'll be having a table and with some just information on first generation, what that means, clearing that up for students, as well as probably some candy. It'll be right after Halloween, so we'll probably get that discount stuff, Ideally, and this won't be too tough to make, but make a picture frame out of cardboard that says I am first gen and have students take photos, just kind of celebrating the fact that they are first generation students. Sometimes I think it is looked at as, oh gosh, you're first gen, like how are you going to do this? Like how are you going to do college? But knowing that there are resources that we discussed and things out there to promote that success and help them gain access at the university is awesome. And so not all the details are ironed out just yet, but we got a couple weeks to figure that out, and it'll be a really fun celebration that we hope to grow in the coming years. So this is kind of just a feeling it out type of situation this year and then progressing it in the years to come. So super excited about it, though. It'll be really fun just to probably meet a lot of new first generation students on this campus that I didn't know and they probably didn't know that they were first gen either.
I'm sure you'll always find someone like
Oh,
that.
yeah, absolutely. They'll be like, what? I'm first gen, right? Sort of thing.
So you said that you're located in Larson Commons. How else can students reach you?
Sure. So our phone number is 605-688-6653. My email is my first and last name, so jordan.hilbert@sdstate.edu. We're always welcoming students to come in. The spring semester will open up a few spots in our program, so students have to apply to be in it, but they can fill out an application on SDState.edu. If you just search TRIO programs, it's pretty easy to access from there. Or they can stop in our office, and we're always smiling. We're happy faces over there and love seeing student traffic and creating that sense of community in the TRIO office. So come check us out. Please come check us out.
Thank you, Jordan, for taking the time to speak about TRIO Student Support Services. This is Between Classes. Thanks for listening.